Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, honorary guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be part of the 6th Annual World Conference of Humanity, Power and Spirituality. Also thankful for Dr. Prasad, Mr. Rahul Verma and the organizers for delegating and organizing a platform to promote global peace. May peace be with all and within each one of us. Internal peace is decided by one's mind. Peace through humanity. Before tackling global peace, we need to first ask ourselves, do I have inner peace? To answer this, one should have an honest, introspective dialogue about core struggles that we all deal with, such as, can I tolerate and respect other cultures? Can I show them kindness and understanding for their thoughts and their beliefs? Can I embrace the language barriers and delight in the conversation of the mind and being? Can I be a well-wisher for their happiness and for their success? Can I accept them and help when needed without imposing my way of thinking or having ulterior motives? The dictionary defines peace as freedom and disturbance, quiet and tranquility, or freedom from, or the sensation of war and violence. To accomplish this, we must ensure equal justice for all living beings. Safety, good health, good education, a good environment, as well as a good earth to live in for all living beings. Peace comes from within. It is a personal power that we, each one of us, possess. Harboring anger, hatred, or being prejudiced towards other cultures is a major roadblock in the journey to global and inner peace. If we can get past the greed and intolerance, we can start to understand the difference of people and help create a peaceful existence for all of us. Peace through power and leadership. When one thinks of violence, it does not mean war, killing. It also means an unjust exertion of force and power against rights or laws. Oftentimes, we have the power to encourage things with very little effort. The promotion of non-violence is something that takes very little and can be implemented at a very young age. Learning not to hurt others, other living beings, not just because it's wrong, but because each living being has a right to live and live peacefully. We as adults can begin to instill in the children of tomorrow. This is the way to ignite the feelings that help cultivate inner peace. The same principle can be applied at every stage of life through to our elder years. We require to become the peace we desire to see in word, thought, and action. Peace is not just something you have among your loved ones, but something that should be shared with all living beings, examining our way of thinking and performing actions that will contribute to global peace. The greatest challenge to world peace is the completion of the many different religions and forms of spirituality. I feel this is one of our biggest and most difficult battles in attaining global peace. Somewhere along the journey of life, we lost compassion for individuality. We became a world that holds prejudice against a person because of their religion and therefore spirituality. While being religious isn't the same as being spiritual, the two are often interchanged. And yes, it is true that one's religion can guide their spirituality. However, this should not be a reason to alienate or discriminate against any living being. Spirituality is the essence of one's being, the way in which they stand and interact and treat others. In order to fuller have inner peace, one must be content within and be mindful of others. Peace means a feeling of friendliness, compassion, and kindness, a welcome feeling, being respected for who you are and for what you are. My final thoughts. One makes war, and the same can make peace. Mind is the main creator and is the chief of all decision making. We can make the difference. We do have a choice. I desire to close with a Native American legend, and here is how it goes. And an old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside me, he said to the boy. It is a terrible fight, and it's between two wolves. One is evil. He is angry, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogant, self-pity, guilt, resentment, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. He continued, the other is good, he is joyful, humility, peace, love, compassion, serenity, kindness, empathy, generosity, and truth. The same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, which wolf will win? The old Cherokee simply replied, the one you feed. May peace prevail. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kaushalya. And now we call upon